Hello Scorpio, welcome to your November reading. I've already pre-shuffled the base cards because trying to shorten the videos a bit, and I've called in my guides in the 4 elements, and this way I can really take my time to pull, because I like to pull out the ones that really stick out, and sometimes I have to shuffle for a long time, and I know that can be annoying when you're watching a video on YouTube. So let's start. Okay, so it's a 6-card pull with the 3 cards of the underlined energy. And what is on the underlined energy? I have the Hierophant, the Pope, if you can see with the reflection, the 7 of Swords, and the 6 of Swords. So what that tells me is that in the past, like the issue we're talking about, or what you're processing right now, from what it's based on moving on from an event where you got kind of screwed by an authority, by an institution. That could be, well, 200 years ago that would have been church. Today it's a bit harder to get screwed by church. It can be the government, an institution, the place where you work, something stable and grounded and in the law of man. It can be marriage also. For some of you, maybe you got screwed in your marriage and you're moving on from that. Like if it's an institution where you work, maybe they gave the promotion to somebody else, and you've got more experience and it's the new guy that got it. Something like that. Something where you felt betrayed. Because what we have in the present as a result of that, what you're living now, is the 10 of Swords. So it's something that really hurt you. But it's the end of that cycle, because 10s are the end. After we have the 1, the Ace. And with that, so you're moving on from that real betrayal. But in the present, and when I say the present, it can be this week, next week, November, because time is fluid. It's not like at this minute. So in the present, you have that feeling of, from what had happened, of being betrayed. But there's also judgment and the Ace of Wands that came out together. So that means I need to, when they flipped out together. So that means I need to read them together. And for me, that is a passion, a project from the past that wasn't existing anymore. It can be a relationship or another job, a project or whatever. And now it's coming back. You'll get the phone call, you'll get the news that now it's back on the table and you can go on with it. And also we have the 5 of Pentacles and the 2 of Pentacles. So that's very earthly. That's trying to balance, because this, I think that this event made you go into that mentality of being left out in the cold. Life doesn't give me what I deserve. I suffer outside while others get what they want. That sense of unfairness, undeserving, all those, that scarcity, the lack mentality. And here you're juggling. That means you're reassessing these values. They're pentacles, they're values. So you're reassessing these values. And we have to remember that now Venus, which is very earthly, is retrograding in your sign. So and Venus is all the value that we put on ourselves. It's beauty, it's attraction, it's what we want to. It's very creative, it's very fertile. So it's all that reassessing of who we are and what we are attracting in our life, because we create our lives, yes, but we create not what we want, we create what we believe. Everybody wants to be rich, but many unconsciously in the depth of their emotions and their believe they don't deserve it. And that is that card here. So you are reassessing, like Venus in your sign retrograding. You are reassessing your value and what you want to create at the same time as you're receiving this. I'm going to clarify anyway, but let's see where it's going. Yeah. Okay. So you've been carrying a huge burden with this Three of Swords. That tells me it's all from that betrayal there with the Ten of Swords, and you're carrying all that on your shoulders. That's why you're juggling with that mentality of being left out in the cold, because you're carrying that pain. You're carrying it with you. You need to leave it in the past. We also have that's the Seven of Wands. Defending your boundaries, defending your actions, or it's mostly our boundaries against the naysayers or the people that don't want the best of us. And the Six of Wands. So at the end there's a victory there for you. So let's clarify a bit to have more clarity in there. I'm gonna clarify the Judgment. What is that judgment you're doing that is tied to that spark, that new project? That could be an old project coming back to life, new passion. Judgment. Give me a card on Judgment, please, Spirit. What is that? Judgment. You know, it makes you reevaluate your worth, what you deserve, what you want to create in life. Judgment. Okay. The Sun. If you see it, that's good. So the Sun, of course it's a Leo, maybe you're dealing with a Leo, but in its base, the Sun, you have the inner child on that white horse there, being all happy with that passion, that big flag of passion, following the inner child, following its passion. The strength of the Sun card is because you have all those sunflowers in the back there. It's always looking at the light, at the positiveness of something. That's why it sheds the light on situations. It shows you the truth. And to keep that positiveness, like this is a Leo card, like the Leo persona, a bit of, yeah, you know. It's on the white horse of purity. With the Sun here, that means that all of that situation is gonna get clarified, get illuminated, and you're gonna see where you're going. I wanna clarify the Five of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. Oh, okay. Ooh, Two of Cups. Maybe we're talking about a love situation here. The value of what you have to offer and what you deserve to receive. Maybe you got left out in the cold by someone. All that Venus retrograde. Maybe someone from the past who had left you in the cold is coming back. But here we're talking about love. A situation that really brought you down completely. But now there's judgment. Judgment is often also a communication that puts back something back to life on its true vision, like you really see it truly. So what you're juggling, that's what you're juggling, your values, and it has to do with a relationship with someone else. Let's look at the Three of Swords and the Ten of Wands. Here it tells me you're carrying the pain of the past there. You're carrying it on your shoulders, having a hard time seeing where you're going because you remember all the pain of the past that happened here. Give me a card on the Three of Swords and the Ten of Wands. Since you finish with a victory, you have to let that go. Ten of Wands anyway is the end of a cycle also. You have two tens, Ten of Swords and Ten of Wands. So maybe you're letting go that pain. Are they letting go that pain? Not to carry it in the new life they're creating, in that new project that's coming in now. And the Seven of Wands of, you know, keeping your boundaries and everything. After what you've lived, of course now you don't want to live the same thing. So what is coming towards you, you'll be on your guards a bit. Talk to me about the Three of Swords and the Ten of Wands. Maybe it was a marriage, since we're talking about the Two of Cups there. For some it can be a marriage, for some it can be at work. We live what we need to live on different levels to get the lessons. Oh, okay. Conflict, Five of Wands. There was a lot of, that was a big thing. Conflict, pain, betrayal. Don't carry that with you anymore. I would like to see the Queen of Swords for you. Or the King of Cups. Just to know that you took the pain and you transformed it into wisdom. You went through the cocoon phase into the butterfly. Maybe that's what's happening. Give me a card for the Seven of Wands. Please clarify the Seven of Wands, Spirit. Justice. All right. Okay, maybe you're gonna have to go to court with that. Defending your point. Maybe that's a date coming, you know, of court coming in. You're carrying all that bickering and fighting, the pain you've had, and the weight on your shoulders. And you're gonna defend your point and what happened. with justice. And with the victory card after, I think you're gonna win. I think you're gonna win there. Justice doesn't have to be like you're going to court or whatever. Yes, if you were actually married with the law, but if you were like living with somebody for years, you know, that's the justice. It's still the justice happening as something that's going to be fair, evaluated, fair, judgment, justice. You're going to defend your point of view and what you deserve. No, I deserve this. This was the story. And so you're going to defend yourself. And you're going to be victorious. Judgment can be an awakening also. Like seeing things like as they are really with the sun. About that passion. With the Ace of Swords, it's like this new spark. What was in the bottom of the deck? Prince of Cups. We're probably talking about love, that's for sure. Let's clarify. That Six of Wands. That's recognition. Recognition of what you've put in. He comes back and the people there are like super proud of him because they recognize that what he conquered, what he went through and everything. And there's this recognition. So this is like the court system recognizing what you put in, your true story. Six of Wands, victory. With the Six of Cups. So it's a victory about something that happened in the past. With the Ace of Swords here. There's a lot of reflection because I'm in front of the window. Ace of Swords. With the Judgment there. She has the Justice. She has that Ace of Swords in her hand. That's cutting out, final judgment, understanding. Yes, now I see clearly. Yes, this is it. And it's about something from the past that you invested emotionally in it. That thing. It's really about that. Someone that you loved, that screwed you, left you in the cold, made you all emotionally reevaluate your worth, what's happening, what was your reality, all your emotions shaken. It was like a trumpet, like whoa, this news arriving. You were carrying all that on your shoulders, but the justice where you're gonna defend and stand for yourself is gonna recognize your value and everything about all of that in the past, and you're gonna come out of it victorious. But that's with understanding. So I have the Ace of Swords under the Ace of Pentacles. So that tells me that all of this, after that, the universe is giving you a new start in something. After you go through all of that, you're gonna start brand new with the truth in your mind and a new seed, a new project. Something new to build on, to start building on. So Scorpio, that's your reading for the month of November. If this didn't quite resonate, you can look at your moon, rising signs, Venus, if you want to hear more about love. and please comment, share, like, and I'll see you. And happy Halloween and happy birthday also, because we're in the month of Scorpio still. And so I'll see you in December. Thank you.